The following may contain language which will be offensive to some people and inappropriate for children. Still here? Then pour your favorite beverage and let's get this fucking show started.
Forum, assemble. You're watching Fantastic Forum, the premier show about comic books and your live weekly conversation about entertainment and geek culture. We are the Fantastic Forum, coming to you live and direct from the Hall of F. Hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, as the case may be, depending on where you are in the world. And if you're not, you should stick with us. We'll help you take it up a notch. You have the usual suspects in the building. First, he is our intrepid senior reporter. He's next in line for the cowl. He is our resident Dark Knight detective. It's Oz.
IRP Guy Gardner. And I just had to say that from the jump in case anybody was wondering why my lantern symbol has been turned upside down. It's in distress.
That's very funny. I love it. I love it. There it is. Next, he is the backbone, the pillar, the strength of Fantastic Forum, our nigh invulnerable brawler and resident strongman, Moses Magnum.
Where's Jay? Like, he's supposed to talk about anime.
Jay is supposed to talk about anime. I agree. Yes.
You know what he is? He's playing those hentai games we saw. That's what he is.
Listen, I want to tell you you're wrong, but you might be right. As for myself, my name is Lawrence Young. They call me Mayor Young. Welcome to Fantastic Forum. As Moses mentioned, Jay is not with us as of yet. He's running late. So hopefully he'll put down the hentai and then pick up his headset and join us for Fantastic Forum. He can tell us about the games he's playing or the movies he's watching, his naughty films. But yeah. But either way, we got a great show for you today because we are going to be talking to you all about Anime Expo 2024. We're going to be talking about the next DC event book, Absolute Power. And we're going to be talking to you all about the Comixology original comic, Hard Style Juice. So we got all that plus whatever else it is that you all want to talk about. And we'll tell you how it is you can get down with Fantastic Forum to let us know what that is in just a moment. But before we do, we want to make sure that we thank Mr. Scott Rubin, because without him, this show would not exist. So thank you, Scott Rubin. Hope all is well with you, good sir. And with that said, we'll go ahead and have the intern let you all know what the deal is.
Do I have to do that?
Oh, yeah. Look, I guess you'll have to do that, Mo.
Right,
or wait, or can you?
I got it right.
Can you do that?
Yeah,
okay, cool.
Yay.
Want to get in on the action? Call Fantastic Forum on Skype and join the fun. Too shy to call in? That's okay. You can join the Discord chat room available at
fantasticforum.live.
Join the party. You know you want to.
Indeed. Thank you, intern. Appreciate you. As mentioned, you can go ahead and go to fantasticforum.live. You can click the call-in button. And you can become right now, look, the fourth member of Fantastic Forum. Get here if you beat Jay, you can be the fourth member. And we'll also take your comments directly out of chat and bring them into the show. Such as here we have Taken Tugboat. Bam. Hello, FF. I hope everyone is doing great and beating the heat. Listen, I think I'm losing to the heat. My cat is definitely losing. I'm pretty sure it's dying on the floor. I'm trying to make sure that it has cold water, but and plenty of wet food, but I don't know. I'm not sure if she's gonna make it. We'll see.
Yeah, we just had a storm and some tornadoes a few days ago, but it's all good.
Wait, you just had what a few days ago? What in tornadoes?
Yeah, it's a couple tornadoes.
A couple of tornadoes.
Yeah,
were
they're like over there though. Like, you know,
Over there,
anything.
Hex says beating the what? Oh, heat. Thought that was something else. You nasty. Hex says he had a tornado scare too. What? Wait a minute. Did they have a tornado scare in Arizona?
Might be the same one.
What?
His
Just
name is
traveling
Gerald.
up the mid
Do
coast.
tornadoes travel that far? That's crazy.
Well, it's global climate change, lady. They're happening everywhere. We had one here
Look-
at Pico Rivera last year.
I do remember that. I mean, don't get me wrong. It could barely be called a tornado, but it was tornado enough.
Hey, it took off.
Stuff
It
got-
took off a roof of a building.
It did. It did.
That counts as
but
a
only,
tornado to
but
me.
only one roof though.
It does, hey, I'm not saying we do better than Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas.
That
Right,
sounds like an
right.
insurance scam, to be honest.
I'm just saying, if we laugh at New York for having, you know,
The earthquake.
4.0 earthquakes, you know, we can't mess around and be like, oh, but our tornado, it is like it only got one house. It's like, I don't know what that family did, but you know.
The crazy thing about where you
targeted.
the crazy thing about where you guys live is that a lot of the stuff, the construction there doesn't take rain into account because it's so rare.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, there's plenty of new constructions that when it finally rains, oh look, we got leaks, we got all.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Like that does happen sometimes. So, but cool. So, man, well, everybody, I hope everybody's staying safe, and you know, like the heat is a weird thing because like, and it's I won't say it's a weird thing. What I'll say is, unfortunately, we don't, when we think about extreme weather, heat isn't usually what gets factored in. And so you have people that, even though there's heat advisories, they don't really pay that much attention to them. And they go out and do what they normally do. And people, especially right now, with things being as hot as they are, out here getting sick and are dying too. So it's like, please, like, be careful, man. Take care of yourself. Like, if you don't need to be out in this like 100-degree weather, then don't be. You know.
Earlier today, I had meat stroke.
You had meat stroke?
Yeah. Like, I ate lunch and then, like, I passed out. Like,
oh, Lord. Okay. Listen, I'm just gonna leave that right there. I'm happy that that's where you went with that.
I know I was gonna go the other way, but
No. Please don't.
the
Please
Pride
don't.
Month's over.
Fantastic forum, I tell you. Okay. Yeah. I look. I mean, it's good to be back here with you all. I mean, I know we took off last week. You know, with the 4th of July holiday and all that. You all made out okay through
We didn't make out.
Independence Day? You didn't make it out?
No, you asked if we made out. We didn't make out. We didn't make out. We just celebrated normally like a family.
Like, got it. There it is. Yes. No kissing cousins on Independence Day out here. Got it. Okay. So, but yeah, your 4th was good, Oz?
Yeah, I was on a boat, saw some things blow up, got drunk.
Oh, were you on like a private boat, or were you on like
Nah, it was like a little river boat thing.
That's cool.
We get on every now and then.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Not
That
the
sounds like a
casino
good time.
one, because that's too much fun.
But not the casino one, you said?
No, we have a river boat out here. There's a casino too, but
Oh, nice.
I never get to go on that.
Got it. I'm sorry, friend.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's our silent assassin, Jay. Welcome, Jay. How are you?
I'm all right. Yourself?
Good. Jay, ladies and gentlemen. Yay. Oh man. We were just talking about tornadoes in Pico Rivera.
Oh. Yeah, I'm honestly not looking forward to watching Twisters. Like,
What?
I like the tornado aspect of it, but it's the romance part they're always like they're not great at. So
Okay. Look, I love how that's where Jay's mind went immediately after hearing Tornado and Pico Rivera. He's like, "Oh, Twisters, got
I
it."
was gonna bring that up when we were talking about it too, but I didn't find my in. Luckily, Jay did.
There it is. There it
oh,
is.
you know, you got to get in where you fit in.
Yeah,
Sometimes even when you don't, just
yeah. Just
Flop
spit on it
down.
and slide it in.
Jay, were you able to beat the level of that hentai Metrovania before you jumped onto the show?
I didn't get that one.
Yeah, which hentai game did you get, Jay? Tell us.
I mean, honestly, the only hentai games I'm playing are like Crush, which I'm taking a break from, and
Word.
Summertime Saga, which I'm doing again.
I don't listen. I don't know what those are, and I'm afraid to ask. Crush
Summertime
Crush.
Saga is the one that he's crowdfunded, right?
Yeah, it's crowdfunded.
Wait, did we have a conversation about that on the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about Summertime Saga
It's
before.
the reason I took away the computer from him because he's using it for porn stuff. It's like, no, it's for show stuff.
Yeah,
Jay's
we've
like,
talked
yes.
about that, but we never talked about Crush.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what kind of game is Summertime Saga without it, without being too graphic.
It's basically a game about your dad gets killed and you're not sure why. And so you're living with your friend of your dad and trying to get a date for prom and figure out why your dad died.
Those don't sound like they're related.
Yeah, it's like it's more like a life, like kind of life simi type thing, where it's like you've been taking time off, so you're going back to school, trying to get your grades up, and the mystery of why your father died keeps coming up, and so you're eventually trying to like figure out because some gangsters are like harassing the family you're living with now, and so you're kind of like trying to figure out what your dad was really involved in as you're trying to get your grades up and dating girls at school.
When you say gangsters, do you mean like
Italian mafiosos?
Okay, so not gangsters, but gangsters.
Actually, they're Russian, I believe, like European.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, not gangsters. They're just nuisances.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So
And there's a couple of chola lesbians.
what?
He just glosses over that part. Then the chola lesbians show up, and
And you said this is Crush?
They're minor characters, so. Oh, Crush is it's a numbers going up simulator. So idol dating sim, basically. If you're not familiar with the term numbers going up, that's a kind of a fancy way of talking about idle games. Because the idle games are generally about the numbers going up.
Like the number of fans?
No. Number of like
whatever.
None of you play idle games?
Jay,
okay.
I mean, you know what we play. Snap.
Right, you play Snap. In an idle game, you get tasks, and while you're offline, your character keeps doing that task. and what they're doing, what they're collecting, what they're farming, the number goes up while you're offline. When you come back online, you purchase upgrades so that your person can do it faster, better, and then you go offline again, and that's
Like
your
Clash of
gameplay
Clans
loop.
type,
Not
or like
exactly.
Farmville, or
Yeah, kind of like Farmville, I think.
So it's those games that you play by not playing.
Right.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like, you should have come across them. D&D has one.
No, I mean, I've heard of that. I just don't play them. I've never heard them referred to as numbers going up games. And just because, as soon as you tell me, oh, you play by not playing, I'm like, well, I'm already doing that. I'm good.
I'm winning.
I'm not playing that. You're right, I'm winning.
I'm playing Cyberpunk like that. I'm playing Sea of Stars like that.
right.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I enjoy idle games. And this one has porn in it, so.
See, wait. Okay, here's where I got messed up. When you said idol, I thought we were talking about like Min-May. But you're talking about idol. Like, yeah, that's that. Okay, now I understand what we're talking. Okay, I thought we were talking about like, yeah, like you're like, girl idol.
Like singing
that's
idol.
What I right, like a singing idol, because we were talking about, and that's my bad because we were talking about hentai. And that's where I didn't realize that's what. Okay,
Not only is Larry bad at explaining things, he's bad at having things explained to him too.
Wait a minute. If people don't explain it right to me, that can't be my fault too.
No.
I mean, the rest
right
of us got what he was saying.
Yeah, even earlier when I was trying to tell you that I downloaded a video to put up here, like I think that came out pretty clearly. And when I was trying to explain to you that the lady from the president of Mexico is Jewish, that seemed to come out pretty.
No. Idol sounds just like idol. Okay, I just I made an assumption, and that's my bad. But now I get it, because yeah, I actually have heard of idol games, yes, and I don't play those. So I didn't realize like the idea of a hentai idol game seems really weird to me, but because I feel like you want to be playing that, right? Like that's the whole like.
You only play it in 2-minute spurts.
If you're familiar with idol games, like it's an idol game, but with nudity. So it's like, if you're in the idol games,
right,
you're in the hentai, Crush has got you.
Got it. Crush has got you. Got it.
And which was the one with the lesbian cholas?
That's Summertime Saga.
Oh, okay.
I googled lesbian cholas, and I mean, it's 2 minutes, so I'm not playing it either.
Right. It's a very small part of the game. Or there are very minor characters so far. But the game is still in development. It's pretty much an alpha still.
Got you. Okay, cool. You all ready to talk?
It's heavily censored.
It's heavily censored.
Yeah.
Why are you playing it then?
Yeah, you hate that.
Well, it's censored in the way that I can deal with. It's like, I understand, and I can deal with it.
Wow. That must be some extreme stuff happening where Jay's like, you know what? Yeah, I shouldn't see that.
Honestly, I'll be honest. The censorship actually is to my taste. Like, it's like, I'm not big into incest porn. And all the incest is basically taken out because most of its funding comes from Patreon, and they have like a rule against incest on Patreon.
All of the incest is taken out due to funding. Is what I heard.
So they change, like, you're not living with your mom, you're living with your dad's friend.
That's why he
And-
said friend
Does
earlier.
stepmom
Right.
count as the same thing?
Say again?
If it was a stepmom, would that still be in that category? Because you're not related at that point.
I think for
Um,
Patreon you are.
I don't know. They don't have I don't think there are any step parents
Patreon
in
is
the
so
game
strict.
so
That's how they
far.
came up with OnlyFans. Is people needed some place to do that.
My question
yeah.
is why?
And she's
why?
not your sister; she's your roommate. So just stuff like that.
Why?
But
Like,
yeah,
why? Why are we like? I'm trying to figure out why it was said like Patreon is like the exception versus like the rule. Like, shouldn't most companies be like anti-incest or?
you go
I
into
assume-
any porn site and type in incest, there's thousands of results.
I don't know. As far as crowdfunding, which platforms are against incest? I don't know. I wouldn't know Patreon was against it if it weren't for this game. And that's
Well, that's why
the
none of
only
us are.
game I'm following through development. Most other hentai games I just come across when they're done or when they're on early access on Steam sometimes. But even then, most of them I don't really play.
Taking Tugboat says 2 minutes. That's one more than I need.
You can do it twice.
Taking Tugboat fucked up. He had to go to work. That's why he didn't go to Anime Expo with us.
Damn, Taken. You don't even like that job. You should have just quit.
He likes it.
No, I'm just joking. I don't even know what Taking Tugboat does. I don't know.
He
So
does personal security for ska bands.
that's awesome.
He only did that one weekend, I think.
Hey,
Not to put his business out there.
listen, I feel like that should be at the top of the resume. You
I
want
know
to get
those
more
less than
gigs
Jake
like that.
fans get kind of rowdy.
So okay, y'all ready to talk? Or I guess about Anime Expo.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's
Since
do it.
we already
Look,
started with the hentai.
We don't have music for that.
Right, I was about to say. I guess we don't have anything for that, huh? We might need
Jay, you
a
can sing a
convert.
song, right?
Sing a
You know
song, Jay.
I could play a song off of YouTube.
Jay, you
No,
should
that's
sing.
not
You
that
should
it.
sing the theme from your favorite anime, the opening theme from your favorite anime,
The Evangelion.
or better
theme.
yet, the closing theme. No. All right, go for it, Jay. We're ready.
I only know the piano.
Okay, do it.
No.
All right, take it away, Jay.
Once I get my guitar, I will do it for you.
Oh man, not the keytar. Listen, I'm gonna hold you to that once you get your keytar, Jay. You better hope I never see it in the background.
Dude, trust me. If I own a guitar, it's gonna be in the foreground.
I'll be like, Jay, you got that
Oh, you
keytar?
saw it. Remember, he had that drum set, and then I mentioned it, and he's like, "You got rid of it, gone."
He did.
No, it's just my apartment is having sizing issues where I have more stuff than I have space.
The apartment's having sizing issues. I love that.
You could just
don't
sleep
got too
on the
much
drum
stuff.
set. Get rid of your bed, just sleep on it.
Right, like capital cities.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. All right. Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
damn it. I was going to do that hook real quick, but I cannot recall it exactly. But capital cities, they have that song. I sold my bed, but not my stereo.
Yeah. Taken Tugboat said that hentai loves incest. Bigger than interracial.
Dude, there's so much, there's so little interracial hentai. I'm good with it. I enjoy that about hentai.
He's like, keep them separate. Jay's like, everyone with their own.
You could fight a multi-dick demon. You could fuck a multi-dick demon, but you can't fuck a black guy.
They're just so bad at writing black characters. Like
Well, they need more black writers.
that would help.
We got to get the people that took over the Academy Awards to go into the hentai industry and clean that up too. We need more female writers and directors.
Taken Tugboat says, funny enough, I ended up being security for an After Anime Expo Anime Rave event. I definitely wanted to go to that, but I had work the next day.
Yeah, man. We could have met up with you, Taken. We could have been there with our glow sticks and our tails.
I don't have a tail.
I have a tail.
Sure you don't, Jay. Sure you don't. There it is. Wait, did you pick that up?
Yeah, remember?
You didn't see him pick it up?
Yeah. No, I walked past
picked it up and kept it.
I said, I'm like, oh, somebody lost it. Because I saw it, like, we were walking. I saw it from far away, and I was like,
yeah.
You know,
I remember you
somebody dropped it. Nobody looked back, and it was literally like 2 minutes till we got to where it was. Everybody walked past it. I'm like, I'm gonna pick it up. Somebody picks it up and says, "Hey, man, that's mine." I'm like, all right, here you go. You know, but nobody said nothing.
We made a joke about it being in somebody's butt, and then I thought
I
walked past it, and it didn't even occur to me that you were going to actually pick it up, let alone keep it.
Yeah, it's for my next costume. I'm wear it as an earring.
Oh no, Tanuki suit Moses.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Or maybe
somebody in the hospital trying to get the plug part out of their butt.
Oh, too funny, man.
This is as far as I go to being a furry.
So Anime Expo 2024 was this past weekend. Most of us got to attend at one of the days at least. Unfortunately, Oz, of course, was off in the Midwestern region, so he did not get to come. But
I had QuadCon. I'm good.
You had what on?
QuadCon.
Oh, QuadCon. There it is. See, exactly for the Quad Cities, baby.
Did you film content for QuadCon?
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
yeah. He talked about it.
I think there's an anime convention thing happening in August.
You should go.
I'll keep you guys updated.
Yay!
Anime,
but
Anime-zing.
Anime-zing. Yeah, there it is. So, but you know, AX, huge international anime convention that happens here in Los Angeles. We got to go check it out. You know, Jay, I'll come to you, man. What was your initial impression of Anime Expo this year?
Initial impression?
Yeah.
A lot of ass.
Is that's where you want to start, huh, Jay?
There was so much ass. It was great. Like, man. Initially, that was my thought.
Okay.
And then
the end.
Then I was happy that I could go to Artist Alley and not be in danger.
Right. For those that may not, you know, if you don't remember last year, we talked about AX and we went to Artist Alley and there were so many people in Artist Alley that it was uncomfortable for all of us, which is rare for me at least. You know, I love crowds. This was too many people. But that was not the case this year. Yes.
And
you, Jay.
And got to see Matt Brawley, so that was like cool.
Tell the people who that is, Jay.
Oh, sorry. The first thing I did when I got when we got there was go to a amphibia panel. Amphibia is a Disney cartoon, ended about 2 years ago. I'm sure I've talked about it on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And Matt Brawley was talking about it and some of the anime influences and answering questions. And that was cool, getting to see him.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I would agree. I got the opportunity to check that panel out with you, and the passion that he spoke with in regards to the show and in regards to the fandom and like the types of the characters and whatnot definitely was infectious. And I was like, man, Jay's been telling me I need to watch that show, and I'm like, Matt's selling it. He's making me feel like I'm missing out by not watching it. And the panel was packed.
Oh yeah,
there were a lot of people there for a show that's like not on the air anymore.
Yeah. We were lucky enough to get seats, but yeah, there were not a lot of seats to go around.
Mm-mm. Yeah. So that was cool. Moses, you got to check out Anime Expo. What were some of your thoughts?
I mean, it was very, very large. Like, they blocked off all of Pico between LA Live Way and Figueroa to handle all the logistical stuff like the weapons tech and all that, so that wouldn't crowd up the space in there. And that's like a smart idea, but not everybody could pull that off because it doesn't merit it. The size,
right.
Like the closest thing I could come up to that is basically LA Comic Con, where they have that weird tunnel area where you have to go through to go get your badge and stuff. But that's still part of a hall, and it's still but it's still pretty big. And then you got the other side, you got a bunch of other stuff too. So it's LA Comic Con is growing, and I'm happy for that myself. But definitely it's one of those things where you got to like just take a step back and really, man, this thing's grown so big. I don't know how long, and you might need to move to a bigger venue.
Yeah.
From what you guys described last year, but this year it was comfortable because of what they did in the street. So I don't know. It might be one of those things where it'll take over LA Live too, like do stuff in the theater, or even in, like, for example, like the Long Beach, when they do the really big hair convention. They use the sports arena as like a sales floor for just a bunch of products, like kind of like how they done Artist Alley in one of the parking levels here. They'll do that. So maybe they could do that with like either Staples or was it not Nokia Theater now, but whatever they call that now.
Microsoft Theater.
Microsoft. Is it Microsoft?
Yeah.
Or Peacock? I think it's Peacock Theater now.
Maybe they switched it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But Mo, they're already doing that, dude.
Like, they are. All right.
Oh yeah.
Nobody told me I could have gone to see stuff there.
Oh, dude, like
you didn't tell me.
I know we didn't tell you, and I know that I think some of that stuff is ticketed stuff. Like I don't think you can just walk into the stuff that's in that theater over at LA Live. Which and I know you're right. Like we didn't. Oh no, wait, we did walk over to LA Live because they blocked that street too over there between
we had to go in
Staples Center and LA Live as well. But so they blocked that street and had some stuff going on there that I don't even know what that was because we never went in. But there's stuff at the theater there, and then also the Marriott had programming over there too. The JW Marriott had a whole like the first day I went to Anime Expo, which on Friday I went by myself, and they had a solo leveling panel, and the solo leveling panel was in the JW Marriott across the street, like where LA Live is. And so I didn't even realize, and I said to Jay the next day, I was like, they're doing stuff over there at the Marriott And he's like, "Oh, they've been doing that." And I'm like, "Really? I didn't know either." Like it was the first time that I had realized that they were doing, like, literally those ballrooms over there have their own set of programming that's happening.
Yeah.
So
Right. A
it's
lot of
crazy.
times they were used for just viewing, but they occasionally do like programming there too. Also,
And there's like that the lobby of JW Marriott is its own scene over there that I was just like, wow. Like I was like, I didn't need, like, they got, I mean, it's a hotel, so it has like a hotel bar, it has seats, and you get food and stuff. And I was just like, there's all this happening over here at Anime Expo that I had no clue was going on. Like I would come over here and just hang out and mingle just to kind of see who you might be doing what over here. But I didn't get to do that this year.
Did you feel like Sunday was less people than Friday?
You know what? That's a good question. I kind of feel like, I think Sunday and Friday might have been like kind of similar. Maybe later Friday there were a little bit more people there than were there throughout the day Sunday, but most of the time that I was there, I felt like it was about the same amount of people. Taking Tugboat says, "Damn, so Jay's an ass man. Maybe he should have gone to the rave. There was lots of anime booty in thongs." CJ, you
now
missed that.
technically not really ass man. Like I like it, but I'm more of a tit guy myself. Like I love breasts.
Yeah, because you can smush them together and it's like another ass. So
you
get a
can
little
do
bit of
that,
both- a
but
little bit of both worlds is what I'm saying.
I just needed to clear the air. Like I love breasts so much.
Right.
Just
But
like
Saturday was definitely the day that the most people were there, from in my experience, just because I didn't go on July 4th. I don't know what it looked like on the 4th of July. So yeah. But yeah. I did film some stuff, nothing like too extravagant. But I did film some stuff. Well, this I filmed, I believe, on Friday. Let me see if I can. Oh, that's whatchamacallit. That started in the middle. I don't know why. But
Oh,
this
because
was.
played it earlier.
Oh, that's why. Okay, got it. But yeah, so that was like Square didn't have like a full-on booth, but they did have a store, so they showed some of this stuff there, and then the majority of it, I think, was just more like, hey, come get the stuff you want. And I guess it was mostly like inventory. So
Yeah,
they had some Final Fantasy VII stuff, which is awesome.
that's always nice.
Yeah. Look, one of these days I hope Final Fantasy 6, or 3 in the States gets this kind of treatment and love. Like, it would be awesome to, like, I would get a set
nobody
of
cares
all
about
of it.
6. It's like 7, 8, and 9 get the most attention.
The issue, I think, is also like trying to do those sprites in like that type of style. It doesn't lend itself as much.
Yeah,
Like,
But you don't know.
It had a gunblade. Like it was a blade with a gun on it.
Listen. I just like, I feel like most people think like they believe what you say, Oz, but I think that they only believe that because they weren't fans of Final Fantasy until 7. Like, I feel like for people that are like that were Final Fantasy fans before 7 came out, like 6 was like that laid the foundation for everything for Final Fantasy.
That's the one where you suplex a train at one point, right?
Right.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Right.
I want a statue of the train getting suplex.
It's so awesome. Such a good game, man. And
like, people thought it was weird in 7 when you fight a house.
Right.
They don't understand. You suplex a train.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, dude. It's like, look, in Final Fantasy VI, you perform a full-on opera. So good, man. Like, there's rumors that Final Fantasy VI is gonna get the remake treatment, but we'll see if that actually happens.
If it
But
does, that might
either
get-
way, you're not gonna like it because they're not gonna do turn-based.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
You'll play it idly.
Right. Right.
Shit, you're doing that
But
now.
I know. It's too funny. We did on Saturday, Jay and I got to go to the Gundam booth, the Gundam base.
Oh,
And
so
so-
Gundam-y.
100% extra Gundam-y. So here's some Gundam stuff, which like I'm a big Gundam fan. So but there's so much Gundam that you can't well, I won't say you can't. I don't know all Gundam, but there's parts of Gundam that I really, really enjoy. And like these are these are all UC Century type stuff. So I'm more familiar with like these particular models. But for those that don't know, Gunpla is a thing where you put together models basically like yourself, and it's what I want to be doing as a old retiree. It's like just like how they had the guy that used to build ships back in the day. I want to be like building like Gunpla. And so like this is right, exactly, right. So and those are like all the different kind of grades of like the different like the tiers of the models that you can build or whatever. And so it's like you have some that are basically like the little like low level stuff. So like if you just want to like start to get into it, which is like more of like the SD and like the entry level stuff, and then eventually you can go to like the other grades. They have like real grade and master grade, and then the last one is perfect grade, which I took a video of one of those in the case 2 here. And I'm like, man, this is some awesome stuff. Like I've never put one of these together because this is like some top tier, like, it costs enough money and it's easy enough to mess up that you should like know what you're doing before you like mess with one of these. You don't start here. It has like its own like exoskeleton that you put together, and it's awesome. And I can't wait to like one day like just have the time on my hands to be able to like put one of those together. And another thing I saw on Friday was they had some VTubers.
I was pissed
some-
you never explained to me that.
that VTubers were a thing. Oz, are you familiar with
Yeah.
VTubers?
Vampire tubers.
Yes, vampire tubers.
Yeah.
We could have been doing this the whole time.
So, for those that don't know, a VTuber is basically a anime avatar that like tracks your movements and your like expressions and mouth and all that kind of stuff in real time. And like there are people that go and like do this on YouTube and other social platforms. I'm sure there are probably some OnlyFans ones at some point too. But it's very popular.
It's a streamer with an avatar.
Yeah, that's it. Right. But yeah, it's super popular. They make money and it's kind of crazy. But yeah, like this was like something I saw on the first day, and I was like, oh, I should film this because cats were into it. And I was just like, they're out here with this little mini concert right on the floor of the entertainment hall at Anime Expo. And I don't know how they know
The little glow
when
stick.
to raise those glow sticks. But they seem to all know. And I was just like, this is wild. 'Cause I've seen their audiences on a stream before, but I'd never seen it in like real life where people are like, oh yeah, I want to watch this person. And I'm like, huh, okay.
But it's like if we did that, like we could have like I don't have to worry about how I look on camera and shit. Like I could just have that girl talk whatever I'm saying, right? Like
You gotta bring that energy though, Mo.
nah. I mean, it's people come for the energy we got already. I just don't want to have to like look at me, like you know what I mean?
There it is.
Like imagine her saying, "Man, fuck that fucking movie, man." Like
I actually would love that. I think we should.
Yeah.
Like, we need.
like
we
it'll
need
be
to
my
work on
voice
this.
on her body, you know?
Great. There was it was like a couple years ago. I was gonna do a whole show with a Trump avatar.
With a Trump avatar?
Yeah, don't act surprised. You saw it because I answered the phone. We did like a meeting, and I like started it off on because I was testing it.
Oh wow. And you can see the hologram Gundam right now on Fantastic Forum TikTok. Yes, you can. That is true.
Yeah, they had a hologram in that section I had filmed, and yeah, people loving it. Got 1,800 views in the first like 10 minutes.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Taken also says if I ever go back to Twitch, I have to go VTubing. My school job will not like the things I say. I'm about anime, booty, and thongs.
I feel like it would be like more entertaining for the VTuber avatar to say what you say, Mo, but in that voice. Like that little voice would make it even funnier.
Damn it. I don't have my soundboard. When I would do the sound, I could be like, hey, man, fuck you, fucking mother. You know, like, but yeah, I can't, you know.
Jay, do you have Jay, do you watch VTubers?
No.
What keeps you from that side of things?
Oh, just I don't know. Like I just haven't really come across like the only VTuber I came across that I kind of liked. I liked her before she became a VTuber, and that was just some of her Let's Plays were pretty funny, but eventually I just stopped watching her. When I went to check her out again, she was a VTuber. And
look, are you like you have beef with her now or something? Like you don't want to even mention her name? Like what is
Oh no, Vanamelon.
okay.
She was great because she used to do videos as Fluttershy.
Mm-hmm.
And so she would do like FNAF, like playing FNAF, but as Fluttershy, which was hilarious. And she would do other things like Googling herself, not herself, but Googling Fluttershy. So acting like Fluttershy, Googling images of Fluttershy. And she also did like a tree simulator as Fluttershy, which was funny.
What's a tree simulator?
Literally, and I'm not even making fun of you or anything. Like it's literally what it says on the tin. Like you play as a tree.
And you sit there and grow.
Yeah, you just sit there. Like
is that an idle game?
No. Nothing goes up.
You gotta put a lot of work in that.
Oh, nothing goes up. It's a static game.
Yeah, that was funny just because it's a kind of an in joke. Because Fluttershy once said she'd like to be a tree.
I think I found my VTuber avatar.
Oh, let's
Share
see
it.
it.
Yeah, I just.
Let's see it.
It just made me laugh. Let me scroll up. Look at that right there. Yeah,
The foot?
it's a foot with eyeballs. Oh,
A foot with
VTube
what?
that with eyeballs.
Yeah.
VTube that on OnlyFans.
Who's
Send
the
me that
VTuber
website.
that looks like a foot? That's wild.
I just googled VTube and like these were like available models and stuff. I just
Oh, these are
That's-
available?
yeah. See, it says download, and here's the software that it supports.
Is there one that looks like Overlord? Like I would do that.
There's I saw one that I thought you might think is interesting. And let me get to it. It's there. Oh, yeah, that guy.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Deadbeat. Yeah, I can see Moses being that VTuber.
Being a deadbeat? Fuck you, Leary.
Hey, Peppa Pig.
It's
I don't like how
deadbeat.
open his mouth is, though.
Yeah.
Like that's.
It's a she.
Oh, I was about to say, is Peppa Pig a dude?
No.
No,
I don't watch that.
she's a little girl,
Yeah.
a little 7'2" girl.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tough to tell these days. But look,
Oh, that's
Jay,
pretty cool. I could be that guy.
yeah. So plenty of options.
I could be that mouse.
I mean, they're
too.
pretty easy to make. So
Oh, there's the foot.
Foot Chan. Free live 2D model. Foot Chan. Look,
I don't like that
people
the
are
big
into
toe
it.
is smaller than the next two toes, though.
Isn't like that's how people's toes are, isn't it?
No.
That's how Spider-Man's feet are, right?
Yeah, but he's a freak. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
That's
sharing.
how his shoes are. That's not how his feet are.
So you're saying
that's
that
how my feet
Spider-Man,
are.
the toe next to Spider-Man's big toe isn't longer than his big toe?
It's not. No.
Mine are.
Look. Yeah, like
That's only Jay
my-
and like the
my
lady
big
that used to
toe-
sell me tamales.
the toe
What's her
next
name?
to my
Otelia.
big toe
Yeah.
is a little bit taller than my big toe. Like, yeah, like it's a little
Mine
point.
go down like a steps.
Yeah, that's how real people go. Yeah. But see, that's what makes you guys athletic.
That extra couple millimeters of toe.
Yeah, that
That's-
extra, they always say
that's
they say it's an extra bone in the heel, but it's not. It's that extra toe, man. That's where Michael Jordan's got that jump, man. Yeah,
that long second toe.
yeah. It's like giving
Long
the white man the
second toe.
finger.
Oh Jesus, man! I'm like, what? I was like, I didn't realize that some people's.
That's what makes you
second
guys
toe
dance
was
better
long.
too.
That's it. That's where the rhythm
Yeah.
comes from. The long
Yeah.
toe, the
The
shorter
long
your
toe.
toe, that's rhythm.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
knows that.
Yeah.
I don't think your toe should be like a step, Oz. You might want to get that checked out.
That's how mine are.
No,
too.
there's
Look,
like-
I'll show you right now
It's like how there's different. Save it. It's like how there's different
for
types
the
of styles.
Patreon.
There's different types of feet, hands too. Like different.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's like actual classifications for all kind of body parts.
Oh, geez. I didn't even
I-
know that.
I think what
So
you guys
is that
got
it
considered
for
the-
Anime Expo?
Not necessarily, Jay. We're in the foot fetish portion
In the
of anime.
VTuber
Expo.
part of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So listen, look, you act like you're not familiar with this portion of Anime Expo, Joe. You've been here before.
Now, is this also considered a VTuber thing? Because like there's some YouTubers that I'll watch their videos. They're just like 5-10 minute videos on the topic, but they'll use an avatar like that.
Yeah, I don't think.
Oh,
I don't
you
think
know what?
just. Yeah.
I actually think Glamrock Dusky is a VTuber.
No one knows who that is, Joe.
Doesn't
Think it out
matter.
loud.
You asked me you asked me if I watch any VTubers.
Yeah, I'm just saying, give the audience the context, Joe.
Oh, she does like videos on she's like a programmer.
Glamrock what?
Dusky. So she does like recently she's been doing a lot about like mascot horror stuff games.
Mm.
Oh, there's some furry stuff.
Yeah, I said Glamrock Dusky. Like Glamrock, that's furry.
How
Why
is
is Glamrock
Glamrock
furry?
furry? Like that's like I'm picturing D. Snyder.
Like right, like yeah, like
No,
Glamrock
that's
was
not
a thing
glam
before
rock.
furries were.
Glam rock's like David Bowie, and he had fur.
It's all the same.
No,
You
it's not
should
the
be
same.
picturing FNAF when you hear Glamrock.
No, no, I've never.
Yeah.
played FNAF.
FNAF.
God damn it, Larry.
What's FNAF?
Friday,
Yeah,
Friday Night at
Larry,
Freddy's.
Larry,
Friday
you
Night-
idiot.
It's the game. They just had a movie about it.
Wait, what?
Five Nights at Freddy.
Dude, nobody calls that FNAF.
Everybody,
Everybody calls it
I don't
FNAF.
play it. If I knew that's what it's called, then everybody
FNAF?
I didn't know what it was.
FNAF.
I just put two and two together right now.
You need to get with it.
I-
In any
listen,
case,
I-
in Security Breach, they all went Glamrock.
I refuse to get with that.
You need to understand the children's.
Nah, man. Look, first of all, if everybody that's a fan of Five Nights at Freddy's is an adult.
That's not true.
Where are the kids? Who are the kids that are Five Nights at Freddy's?
There's a
fans?
lot of kids. Like I
these
only
kids
talk to
with the
kids about it.
FNAFs
Like
and the
kids are only the ones that talk to me about it
penis.
at work.
My nephew was a child, and he was into that.
My nephew was a child.
And
I've
then
only
this-
ever heard children talk about it. I've never heard. Same with like Roblox and
Never heard of only children. FNAF. I love it. I was like, what is that? I thought we were talking about a band. I was like,
They
FNAF.
play instruments, right? They were like the animatronics.
Yeah, something like that, right? Or they
Grandma
just
plays
sing.
the guitar.
I don't know. Okay. So, okay. What else are we saying about Anime Expo?
I really loved the Anime News Network panel for journalism. Like that was a
Yeah.
thing that like really stood out to me. It was the first thing I saw when I got there,
Mhm.
and it's like it really like I was talking about it at work, and everybody. It's like the fact that they think about like journalism ethics, where
Right.
it's like nobody does that anymore in media,
Right.
except
Right.
for print. Like it basically Associated Press and and Anime News Network now.
Right.
It's like it's a trip. It's like it was when Larry, when you and I talk about how the fuck did we get like this now, like that's part of it, because the press is supposed to be the check to the balance. But
Mhm.
it's fucked up, and it really opened my eyes to that too. Where it's like, you know what, man, we're fucked. We're fucked.
No,
and not in
no,
a
you're
good way,
absolutely
like the
right.
chick from the not in a good way, like the chicks from the hentai section of that artist alley in the bottom floor.
Right. Jay messed around and took us. Oh wait a minute. Take It Tugwell says I'm still waiting for the Larry Plays FNAF video, or should I say? Look, no, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying
Just say it.
FNAF. No, I'm not playing that.
The audience is clamoring for it, Larry. Like everybody in chat now, if you want Larry to play it and want to see him play it, say now. Put number 1 or 2 or whatever. Just say Larry play it, because the audience is clamoring for it.
I love how you gave them. I love how you gave them a number of different instructions. If you want to see Larry play Five Nights at Freddy's, just type anything into the chat. Like it doesn't like that.
It's
The
about
way you said it was
Larry.
like
It's about
what?
engagement.
They might just be typing to just ask a question. It's like, oh, they want to see you play Five Nights.
Yeah,
at Freddy's.
the audience is clamoring, Larry. The audience is clamoring.
Hilarious. Everybody that wants to see Larry play Five Nights at Freddy's, breathe right now. Breathe. It's like, what? Breathe.
Heck says, I'm gonna start being a VTuber. I'm kawaii as fuck.
There it is. I agree with Heck.
I also agree.
Yes. But yeah, it was a great panel. And it was definitely like, it was interesting. like them talking about, like basically bringing people to the reality of what it would mean to be an anime, like a professional anime news journalist, and not only like the skill sets that you have to have, but on top of that, like the reality of how many spots are actually available in the United States for that. Like they made it sound like, you might as well try to become a part of the NBA. You know, you know what I'm saying? They're like,
Well,
dude,
they
there's
did
only like
suggest moving to Japan because there are lots of journalism opportunities over in Japan. You just need
right,
that demands a comprehension of the language.
right, and not just a passing one, but like a very like a super proficient one.
Right.
Yeah. Which was super cool too. I mean, I think I just appreciated the realism, the authenticity of what they were saying. And I feel like they were really trying to help people like understand what it is they might be trying to get into so that they could like go in with their eyes open, which is good. You know.
Right. And they did also have advice for people that like are hobbyists and don't necessarily want to go career with it. They gave some good advice on starting points and starting skills that you might want.
Yeah, absolute. And look, Jay, like got to give props to Jay because he closed out the session with a kick-ass question that that even the panel complimented, just saying like, hey, that's a real good question. And so it was
I don't
cool,
want to
man.
get a whole journalism degree.
Right.
Well, even especially how we do it here, we have a level of that already, but also we're essentially like doing it ourselves, like learning on the job in a sense, So just something basic. I am gonna sign up for journalism classes myself. So
Are you really?
Yeah, because I have the
Oh.
college right across the street from my job.
Yeah.
So
I was also gonna they suggested an intro to journalism.
yeah.
And
Oh,
so
wow.
if I do that and like the ALS style guide that they mentioned,
The AP style.
yeah,
I like
AP
ALS is
style.
different. That's a different guy.
Yeah.
Right, that's sign language, which I do want to learn too, just
No,
not
it's
that
not.
much.
It's not sign language.
And say like it's ASL.
Yeah.
You said
Oh,
ALS,
right. I did
ALS
say
is like
ALS.
that's Lou
which
Gehrig's
is
disease.
yeah.
Right.
No, like you don't want that. You don't want that
Like,
style.
remember when you did the ice bucket challenge? Yeah.
Oh, the ice bucket challenge, that sexy challenge. Yeah,
Oh Jesus.
I like that challenge.
Yeah. So we do have a caller, it looks like.
You want to end the Anime Expo? And never mind.
Well, I was gonna find out if they wanted to talk about Anime Expo,
They don't.
but I don't know.
They
I
want
don't
to talk
know.
about the Acolyte.
Oh, are you sure?
The power of Huck and spit on that thing.
Why don't you ask him,
Okay.
dude?
That's what I was gonna do. Look, you stopped me. I was caller. You're the fifth member of Fantastic Forum. Tell the people who you are, where you're calling from, and what you want to talk about.
Hello, I am Derek H. I'm calling from Oh No It's NoHo, and sure I'll talk. Did you guys actually went to Anime Expo? Because I haven't seen anybody actually talk about going to Anime Expo this year.
We posted a video.
I saw the video. Where you guys? Hey, no, but it's like conventions haven't really caught back on yet after COVID. They haven't recovered yet.
Oh, San Diego was crazy last year.
It's gonna be crazy this year because Jay got in, but we didn't.
Like, and yeah, Anime Expo is like it's back. Look, trust me, Nobody told Anime Expo. They don't know that conventions haven't recovered. They're
like, we're just gonna wear our masks and that's it. Like everybody you talk to had a mask on. The microphone doesn't pick up their voice and shit.
But yeah, we were actually there, Derek. Have you been to a convention since COVID?
I didn't go to conventions before COVID.
That's true.
Yeah.
But every now and then you've been to a convention once, haven't we been? We've been to a convention together, haven't we?
Yeah, the one in Anaheim I went to.
Okay. That counts. Yeah, that was WonderCon, right?
I can't do that anymore. My mental problems have kicked up again, so I can't go to places with a lot of people. I need to. I'm no longer a social person.
I'm sorry to hear that, Derek. We miss you.
I don't think you do. Moses was right. I would like to talk about the Acolyte, but I can talk about comics too because I bought a Humble Bundle that gave me, I think, all of the issues of the superhero one. What's the
superhero what?
The Boys?
The
The Boys.
Yeah. That's
okay,
a good bundle.
Wait. Hold on one second, Derek. Hold on one second. I just want to make sure, because you were right, Moses. Derek wanted to talk about something that wasn't Anime Expo. So, is there anything that anybody wants to say about Anime Expo before we switch topics?
I like it.
I like turtles.
I haven't gone in many years. Like it's almost been 10. So
oh wow, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it was a long time ago that I went and I tried to catch. I think it might be even 15 because I remember the last one I went to was right before, like right when I met Emily. So I haven't been able to go back since with work shit or poverty shit or or work shit or
Yeah, life.
But yeah, so it was fun to be back and it's the same. Like it's like I never left, and I like it. Yeah, it's just newer anime.
Yeah,
but I do hate new anime. Like I think I'm gonna be one of these shitty like fans because I miss anime being like Evangelion. Now everything's like Dragon Ball Z.
You know what? I hear where you're coming from. I don't know if I 100% agree with what you're saying, but I can understand.
That's because you don't like anime.
Well, I watch more anime than anybody else on this show.
Yeah, but all you watch is like you're not watching.
I'm sorry, I keep saying that because I just like the way that Jay reacts. Like I just saw the little twitch. I'm just playing Jay.
Like you're not watching like Beverly Evergarden, Like
I'm not watching Beverly Evergarden. Do I need to watch that?
That's what I'm saying. Like you're not watching it because she doesn't power up after 9,000 every 6 episodes.
I don't know. Like what is that, like a slice of life thing?
No, it's like a Jane Austen but anime. It's like Sense and Sensibility but anime.
I don't like. Why do I want to watch that?
But she's a doll that was a fighter in a big war, and her master died. So she has to live with the family, like like how the family adopts the dog that the guy had in wartime. So she's like the dog, but she's a mech.
Okay, I was about to say, I was like, is this the Evangelion? Is this like is this the show that's like Evangelion?
It's just different. It's just different. It's just different, and it's not like a dude powering up like every 6 episodes. Like
yeah, but like I mean, I'm primarily watching like Gundam.
It's Violet Evergarden, but yeah.
Oh, okay. But I'm saying so what I'm watching is actually more like, well, it's not quite like Evangelion, obviously, but I mean,
no,
but
I'm talking about more of the deeper themes, like the psychological shit,
Oh,
like that like introspective,
No,
like more like philosophical anime. That we don't really get a lot of that anymore, or at least I don't. Like that's not what Crunchyroll chooses to stream, or High Dive, or Hulu, or Netflix, or Disney Plus.
Stuff like there's stuff like Girls Last War, which is philosophical, pretty much.
It's on Netflix.
I don't think it's on Prime. That's where I saw it.
Oh yeah, Prime might be the one. Was it Girls Last War?
Girls Last War is about a couple of little girls who are trying to survive in a apocalyptic wasteland, and they're just walking around like a dead city, getting into little mini adventures and stuff. It's really good. I think I may have
check that out.
I may have shed a tear on the very last episode. I may have shed a tear on the very first episode.
Girls Last Tour or War?
Tour.
Oh, it's a tour? Maybe tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, Girls Last Tour. It looks like. Yeah,
I'm gonna check that out. And if I cry, I'm gonna send you the tissues, Derek.
Okay, I'll take tissues. I need them.
Wait.
There's a time where I remember girls on Panzer, where the girls were tanks, and there was another one where the girls were battleships. Those are good anime. There needs to be more stuff like that where girls are like mechanical stuff, or physical representations of cars and stuff like that.
I want Neko Ramen.
That's not Girls in Panzer.
Girls in Panzer, the girls are tanks.
No.
They're driving around in tanks. Yes, they are. Don't tell me
they drive in tanks. They aren't tanks.
Yeah. No, I know they aren't tanks. They drive in. How can a girl be a tank? I didn't say they were girls.
Well, I mean, they're anime where girls are actual ships, and there are girls that are.
I said that one too. I said both of those. Why are you talking?
What's the one? What is it called,
Because
Joe?
you were
What's
wrong.
the other one?
That's not the point. The point is that the girls aren't tanks. They drive in tanks.
Oh my God! There's one where girls drive around in tanks, and there's one where girls are battleships. Am I correct in that? And then there's Girls Last Tour where they drive around an empty city.
Right.
Okay, so what's the problem?
There's no problem now that you corrected yourself. Now that you corrected yourself, there's no problem.
Excuse me for being. I will bow down to the hentai lord for my TV show reference from now on.
Be careful bowing.
Now you give now you gave him ideas. Like I'm pretty sure he gonna have a shirt that say hentai lord soon.
Dude, I legit love that title.
I know, exactly. I was like, oh, like as soon as I heard it, I was like,
it's like Silent Assassin and Hentai Lord J.
Hentai Lord.
I like it. Oh my God! Thank you, Derek.
I don't like the way you said thank you.
Was it not sexy enough? Should I lower my voice?
Thank
you, Derek.
Seeing giant tentacles coming out of your mouth right now.
I'm not Newman's daughter.
Oh, so you do watch The Boys now?
Yeah, I never didn't watch The Boys.
Okay.
We just reviewed it like 3 weeks ago.
It was The Acolyte that I wasn't watching. I was waiting for it to finish, which I heard it has, so I can watch it this weekend.
It has not finished.
I think there's one more episode left.
Oh, okay. I'll watch it next weekend.
Yeah. No, you'll watch it the day of, and we'll review it next week.
That'll give you a reason to watch.
I don't think he can, right? Because it doesn't air until 6.
Yeah,
it airs 5 o'clock on Tuesdays.
Wait, here's what?
Yeah, I can watch it Wednesday. I can watch the final episode before the show.
Wednesday morning.
If I watch it this weekend, I can watch the final episode before the show.
No,
it comes out at 9 p.m. Tuesday.
Right, I can watch it Wednesday morning.
Got it.
Yeah, I was trying to explain it to Larry because Larry has trouble.
I was thinking it was Wednesday. I forgot it was Tuesday. Jeez, man. Look, okay, the girls drive the tanks, whatever. Jesus, you sons
Yeah.
of bitch. I tell you. Look, I agree, Derek. You're right.
And the president of Mexico is Mexican.
It's a woman too.
Yeah. But Larry can't believe that she's Mexican and Jewish.
No, I had
Yeah.
no issue with her being Mexican and Jewish. What I was trying to get
No, I'm saying you
clarification
couldn't
on,
understand it.
if she was
Mexico,
ethnically
Mexico-
Jewish, like was she like half Jewish, half Mexican, or if she's
Mexico is-
That doesn't
Mexican.
mean anything. That's
Mexico's
the
an
rhetoric
occupied.
that started the Holocaust, Larry.
What are you
That
talking
is
about?
true. I saw a movie called Conspiracy on HBO that went through how the Nazis were categorizing Jewish people as like who's Jewish and who's not Jewish to choose who they're going to kill. And
No.
it's
I'm
not
not
just
trying to-
it's like who they're married to. It's about how much blood you have. It's all this stuff.
Listen,
I don't know
I
why
just
you want
wanted
to kill all
to
the
find
Jews,
out.
Lawrence.
All I was trying to find out was if she was like Mexican and converted to Judaism,
No.
or if she was half Mexican and half Jewish.
was
That's all.
Wait,
I'm
wait,
born
hold on.
and
Why
born
can't
in
she
Mexico.
be full Mexican and
Yeah.
Jewish? Like, why
Yeah,
can't
like-
she be half? Like, what if her parents came to Mexico? She's born in Mexico. That makes her full Mexican, not half, right?
Yeah. It's like Lupita Nyong'o. Like she's like
We were
full
talking
Mexican and
about-
black. She's not half black, half Mexican.
She's part Mexican.
She was born in Mexico.
That
Oh
makes her fully
wow,
Mexican.
She's full Mexican.
man, good for her.
Now,
we were
if you
talking
want,
about her ethnicity.
Right.
Mexican isn't an ethnicity.
It's a
No,
nationality.
Mexican's a nationality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
But we're
we're
not
saying.
talking about her nationality. We're talking about her
You
ethnic
said,
origin.
is she half Mexican?
So she's Jewish Mexican.
Because I'm asking about her ethnic origin was the question I was asking Moses.
I
And
thought
he
you
was
just said
like,
Mexican wasn't an ethnicity; it's a nationality.
Well, but in the sense that you like Lupita Nyong'o's
Oh,
Mexican by nationality.
we all look the same. I got you. Now I got you.
Lupita doesn't
But
look
she's-
like you guys.
South of the border, it's all Mexican.
Why do you hate Jewish people, Lawrence? There's no reason.
That's what I wanted to know. Like
Yes.
I
Yes.
told him, just
This
if
is the
you're really
question
that
that Scott Rubin
confused, why
keeps
don't you just
asking
throw
me.
pennies at her?
Scott, my friend Scott Rubin's like, why do you hate me? I'm like, oh, sorry.
I remember you guys used to do a show together, and he had to get surgery, like a nose reduction, right? Like they cut
Wow.
a piece of his.
See,
They cut a piece of his nose off.
See. Mm-mm.
Called him melanoma. Oh, he's got. Oh, okay.
1 week until Jay can watch his Snarky J videos again. I noticed. I think I figured out why Jay loves Snarky J so much. Because she's got nice boobies.
He doesn't like her like that. Like
He would
No,
like it
I-
more if she was a
I
VTuber.
think he does.
no,
Who's
he
Snarky
talks
J?
shit about her.
I like what's her name a lot. I like what's that girl's name that I like? Damn it! What? I was just listening to Altiori. That's the one I like. She's a cute little fox.
Yeah, see, like I said, if Snarky J had a VTuber avatar, I think he would like her more.
Who is Snarky J?
Oh, you should have been on the
Snarky
show.
J is a woman that doesn't like the acolyte.
Larry knows already. He was there when he
She's-
said like the DNA of the Force, the DNA of Star Wars. Larry was there.
Like she's this really obnoxious edgelord.
I do remember us talking about the DNA of the Force before.
Derek put one of her videos into our Discord, and I struggled to watch it.
Oh, got you. Okay, got it.
You gotta
Gaming
focus
and
on
Culture
movies.
TV says, "Sup, fellas?
What
Sup,
up,
Gaming and Culture TV?
What up?
I don't know. I watch
So-
some of her videos. I like her.
Who's Snarky J?
Yeah.
Uh,
You know what she does.
I'll never know. I'm not watching any more of her.
I also
Okay.
watched the last few episodes of Doctor Who, the Disney Doctor Who, and that has really gone down in and quality.
Oh, you
I
Really?
remember
It's because he's gay, right? God damn it, Derek.
he is super gay now. They did just go they did just like hit the
Don't
accelerator
hate
pedal
on this
all the way.
Derek. Stop the hate.
I don't. Is he really? He's not super gay.
Yeah, he's super gay. He was making out with a guy one episode ago.
But like in his first episode, wasn't he in a rave with a bunch of dudes, like just going
Yeah,
there?
he was
There was
basically
girls there too, though.
It was a mixed crowd.
Yeah.
wearing a dress in a rave. But no, last
Yeah, but
episode
that's
he
like
fell in love-
normal too. I seen straight
fell in
dudes
love
do
with a
that all the
guy
time.
and made out with a guy, right there in the middle of the screen for everybody to see.
Yeah, but that's not
does-
super
yeah.
gay. That's just gay, right?
No,
Like it's regular gay.
there's super gay and not gay. That's it.
Those are the only. I would disagree. I don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like there's like necessarily levels, but I'm just saying like it's just regular gay. You know.
Okay, once Jay and Oscar, you walking on Jay and Oscar kissing, would you be like, oh, they're just regular gay? Or would you say, oh, I did not know that Jay and Oscar were super gay?
I mean, how else are we supposed to greet each other?
I wouldn't be like, I didn't know that you were super gay. I just like, I didn't know you guys were
They're just
gay.
European.
It's not
They're just
super gay
European.
until the pants start coming down.
They're just European. Listen, but what I will agree with. Oh, go ahead, Jay. What were you gonna say?
No, it reminds me there was this comedian like back in the day that did a bit about like the levels of gay, and he was like, "Oh, wait, you just start out like a little gay, like you just kind of want to touch a penis, and then one day you're like jerking off two dudes, taking it both ends, like, oh, he's really gay."
Yeah, no, I mean, but what I will say is that I agree that the show didn't finish strong, man, and I was disappointed, unfortunately, too.
Oh, it's Von B.
The ending of Doctor Who. Oh, what up, Von B?
Oh,
I
shit.
didn't even realize that's him. What up? Good to see you, man. Look, it's Von B said, "It's me, Von B," and I love. He just look. And trust me, like Vaughn is just saying to let us know, which I appreciate because we would not have known. But there's a part of me that felt like we should have known it was him. By the way, he said, "Sup, fellas."
What's up, fellas? How you doing? It's me, gaming and culture TV.
But there it is. But yeah, man, it didn't finish strong, like, which is sad because I felt like it started off like it had a lot of potential. And I was hoping it was going to pay off in the end, and in some ways it does. But in like the big mystery that they basically had for the like from the start, from like the Christmas special, just peters out into almost nothing. Which I'm like, wow, that's really sad. Like, how did that happen? So,
yeah, we find out her real mom was living down the street the whole time. And all she had to do was call her up and go to and ask her out to coffee, and that was a big.
Well,
okay.
I don't know.
Was it the old lady
like
that was all mad about the
It wasn't an old lady, but not that old lady. Then there were the big mystery that I saw though was the old lady that she couldn't get close to for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
That was following her around for like 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
They never explained that.
I don't think that's true. Oh,
they did.
Oh, okay. They didn't explain like to your satisfaction, but you know who that lady is.
No, who was that lady? You know?
Yeah, I do know.
Can you tell me? Because I don't know.
I can. Like, did you miss an episode?
No, the episode where they land on top of a mountain and the doctor disappeared for some reason, and then the old lady was in the like 75 yards away, and she couldn't get close to her, and couldn't. Yeah, and that show lasted 25 years.
Yeah,
and they never explained what the lady was or why people ran away from her. And yeah, then she went back in time again and everything started all over. Okay, who was that?
Yeah, well, I don't want to say
Okay,
if it's
so you don't know then.
spoilers,
Just,
but I
just
can
so
tell
you
you
don't know.
off air.
I don't want
Nah,
to
spoil
talk
it.
about
Nobody's watching it. Like nobody gives
Yeah.
a shit.
I don't think nobody's watching it. Uh-oh.
Look,
It's
if
like
people are
worst-
watching it and
it's
give a
worst
shit, they're
rated-
not listening to us. So you could spoil it.
It's
Mo-
the
I'm
lowest rated
watching
Doctor Who.
and giving a shit, but I listen to us sometimes.
For Doctor Who?
Yeah, I'm like watching Doctor Who kind of.
Mo,
You
you know
fucking
your
liar.
camera
You
went out,
filthy
right?
fucking liar. Huh?
Your
Oh,
camera
shit.
went out.
Yeah, sorry.
No problem. Just let you know.
I'm doing blackface.
No,
Oh,
but
see.
for this time, I like go ahead and spoil it.
You
I'm
said
still
go
gonna
ahead and
watch.
spoil it?
Yeah, I'm still gonna watch.
Okay. So no, it's Derek. It's an older version of her.
Then why do people run away when they talk to her? What does she say to them?
They never told us what she says to them.
I'm not as good as Rose Tyler. That's what she whispers to him.
That's pretty funny. Like, yeah,
We
but
about
no,
to
I
get
mean, yeah.
super gay.
So it's definitely, it's like it doesn't like that part. You definitely don't get explained, and so I couldn't help you there. I don't know
She should have been the daughter of the last Doctor.
why.
I don't know. That seems like it would be interesting.
Also, the doctors don't have kids.
I know.
Yes, they do.
That's not true. Yeah, because
I know.
He has a daughter float around out there somewhere.
yeah, and a granddaughter.
Yeah, and a granddaughter.
Yeah, like the initial, or was it the initial companion or the second companion? That's the granddaughter. I don't remember, but can't have a granddaughter if you don't have a kid.
You can with time travel.
I think that's true.
With time travel, you can.
Yeah. It's like how Fry's his own granddad.
It's called the paradox.
I don't know if I've seen that episode of Futurama.
Like if you go back in time,
No, but it's like the John Connor
Fry's
thing.
if he's his own granddad, then that means he's still his own kid, then, right?
unless he's his own dad.
It's
No,
like
he's
John
not his own
Connor.
dad.
Like John Connor goes back to save Sarah Connor, and then he fucks her and makes John Connor. Not John Connor, the other guy, Reese.
Kyle Reese makes John.
Kyle
Connor.
Reese. Yeah, so it's like you can't
John
have
Connor
John Connor if Kyle Reese didn't come back in time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but John Connor doesn't go back in time.
No,
John
but
Connor
that's what I'm
is-
saying. But it's a similar type of paradox where it's like you can literally, if he just doesn't go back or something, nothing happens. Yeah.
Well, John Connor is the Terminator now, so
Listen,
So
all of these things, you have a dad or a kid. There's all these scenarios you've brought up. There's still a kid and a father or a mother or a granddaughter or whatever. Like they might all be one person apparently, which is fine.
Look,
That's what you're
the
all
Patreon doesn't like incest.
about. Now listen,
it doesn't.
apparently it does. So, but anyway,
All right.
yeah,
Let's get to the comics.
yeah. So,
Jay's gotta go to bed.
I paid $18 for 150 comics.
That was
That's awesome.
you did the Mo deal, Derek?
Yes, I did do the Mo deal.
nice.
All right. That's what I like to hear.
Nice.
Tell us what
So
you
that's
got.
cool. Have you read those boys comics before?
No,
Okay.
I was enjoying the show even more because I didn't know what was going on. But now I'm kind of upset because I'm reading the boys comics and I'm kind of not liking a lot of the stuff I'm seeing in there. But
Wait, you're
I
not
like-
liking
I like-
something in the
I like
comic?
TV show better. Yeah, I like TV show better than comic. The comic is a lot of there's racism, there's sexism, there's more than a couple of panels of a guy having sex with a woman from behind over a desk. I was like,
Mhm.
I did not need to see that. I did not to see this guy's butts thrusting back and forth.
The TV
behind
show
the phone.
literally had a human accipede.
There's a lot of prostitutes giving blowjobs. The Starlight scene where in the TV show Starlight has to give the Deep a blowjob to get in the 7. In the comic book, she has to give uh, all 3 members of the 7, well 7, well three of the 7 members blowjobs to get in, and it's very all of it. I don't like it. I don't like stuff like that. I don't like reading it. I don't like seeing pictures of it, and that's basically what the comic is. And for some reason, I like the TV show better because it doesn't gloss over it, but it says it does it in a more digestible way, I guess.
Yeah, well, that makes sense though, right? Given like the time that the Boys TV show got made versus the time that the Boys comic book got made, right?
I don't know. I didn't think it was all that the comic book doesn't seem old. The what we call it, the pictures, the art in it looks very contemporary. It looks very new. So it looks. I don't think it was more than a couple years old before it came out.
I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, the Boys is what, almost 20 years old, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
it is. Oh, that's
Yeah.
a long. I did not know that.
Like, it's not quite 20, I don't think, but it's.
I was thought it
probably
came
really
out
close.
in, like 5 years ago or something.
No, the Boys
the show
is
came
at
out 5
least-
years ago.
Right. The Boys is at least 15 years old, Derek. At least 15. I don't know exactly when, but
The first one came out in
2007.
Six.
2006, right.
They were able
Well,
to put stuff
remember-
like that out in 2006.
They talked
Yeah,
about it
but
on like the
Derek-
first Fantastic Forum. Hey Jude called in and talked about the Boys.
did that really happen on the first episode of Fantastic Four?
Maybe the second.
Oh, I'm just like, damn, like, why does Mo remember stuff like that? Where it's just like, who called in to talk about what? I'm like, that's crazy. But anyway, yeah, no,
Sometimes
but
it
I mean,
happens. I'm living in those
Yeah.
timelines at once.
Derek H, like, don't get me wrong, like, we like to think of the 2000s as a progressive time, but 2006 or 2007, Derek, there were still booth babes. You remember this, Derek?
I remember.
That's the whole point of the book, is to like make, like, it's a really cynical, dark book.
It's dark
Yeah.
satire.
Yeah, like, it's not promoting that stuff. I mean, well, to a degree it is, but it's
showing you like you shouldn't like
commentary.
it. Yeah.
Right. It's like, you know, which is similar to how the show is trying to do it as well, but it does it in a different way, being that we're in the 2020s versus, you know, 20 or 2006 or 7, or, you know, like, yeah.
Okay. If you guys like it, you guys like it.
I can understand.
We're all
like,
about that, Derek. We're all racism. That's my jam. Everyone knows that about me.
Hey, it can be funny.
Well, of course it could.
I know I like the book, and I
Yeah, no,
definitely
I like
like
it too.
some of the things they do in the book better than what's going on in the TV show.
Yeah.
Especially
vice
Black
versa.
Noir. Like I really like the book's Black Noir because it just makes things awkward in a way that I like.
In the book, Black Noir is one of the guys that gets a blowjob from Starlight.
You guys are using the hard R. It's noir.
Noir. Okay.
But yeah,
You love that, Larry, don't you? You little bitch.
I thought that Derek was like, "Oh, okay, noir." That's what made it even funnier. I was like, "What? I listen to Mo." I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, but it's a hard R. Like you don't say it. It's noir. It's pronounced noir.
I mean, if you're in France,
Well, that's what it's called. Noir.
I'm into the second graphic novel now, and at this point, it's a bunch of gay bashing in there. So I'm guessing I keep waiting for it to get to the part where like they're about where it's about superheroes being bad superheroes, and it's not at that point yet. And I'm like, how many books do I have to read to get to that part of it? Because right now I'm just reading a bunch of racist, sexist, homophobic stuff, which I'm not really. I didn't know that's what I was paying money for, but that's what.
It's Garth Ennis. That's that's what you get. Didn't they dip bullets in jizz to give people the cross in cross, which that's coming on TV soon. So be ready for that.
Is it
actually getting
Can they really?
It's crossed. Crossed is fucking crazy. Garth Ennis is fucking crazy. Yeah. Read Preacher. Don't watch the show. Read Preacher. It's fucking crazy. It's homophobic, racist, and all. It's all like the main character is racist. Like his inner voice is John Wayne, and then he learns to not be racist as he goes. Trying to hunt down God. But that's just Garth Ennis, man, and that's it. Like you should know what you're getting from Garth Ennis. You sound like these people that are thinking this new season's too political. Like it was political from season 1.
I don't remember seeing a bunch of hookers giving blowjobs in season 1 or 2 or 3.
Look, even if you read Garth Ennis's tame work in like Punisher, Max, like that shit was still hardcore. Like that's Garth Ennis, man.
Peck says, "Too bad John Wayne didn't learn to not be racist on his journey."
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
You have an airport named after you and still be a racist. So,
hey, you could be a felon and a president. Yeah,
exactly. How does that happen? You can't be.
Hey.
He literally can't He can't fly to Canada. Like he can't.
Well, he can't vote for himself. He can't vote for himself.
He's not allowed to vote. You can't be like that.
Hey.
You can't have a president that's a felon because you can't go to kids and say, "Hey, don't do that. You can't be president." Because yes, they can.
Yeah. Keep complaining about the boys.
I will say that I could totally see somebody watching the TV show today and expecting the comic to be something different than what it actually is. Like that makes sense to me. But
if you've never read like Garth Ennis books, but if you've read comics, a dude like Derek, like I don't even need to bring the sign out that says "Free fucking comics." Like I know he's read Garth Ennis books. It's just been a while,
He probably just haven't read his independent stuff.
Yeah, But either way, look, I'm just happy you used the Mo deal. Like I like doing those for that reason because you get a bunch of stuff for $18.
Speaking of,
I read the Project 2025 documents, and I saw how they want to outlaw porn when Trump gets back in the presidency. Like,
they're already doing it in like Texas and shit. Like it's already too late. It's happening.
He has sex with a porn star, and he wants to outlaw porn. Like how?
Hey, we're fucked. That's it. We're fucked. Yeah.
How can people vote for that? How can people vote anti-porn? I did not vote for anti-porn.
Well, because they're Christian and Christian values, and they hate gays and trans and abortion and women.
He held the Bible upside down. That kind of proves that you're the Antichrist, doesn't it? If you go on TV and hold the Bible upside down, that's
good. A whole other show, bro. Like we got comics to talk about. I've been trying to move it along.
We do.
Is that what you've been trying to do?
We are running low on time.
I love it.
Yeah.
So let's slide into like speaking of the Antichrist. Let's slide into absolute power. No, look.
Comic book
Review.
Like
Review.
well, not like that, but like. Jay, you're wasting valuable time. Like
Review.
Yes, I am.
well, not like that.
So hot,
but,
you had to run it
like,
What
back.
happens?
And I unclicked that button, but accidentally clicked it back. I'm sorry.
Also, the upside down cross is across of St. Peter, so
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I remember Mo saying that
Yeah.
because he used to laugh at his friends who thought they were being edgy.
it's actually more religious.
Well, he just said I can't live up to Jesus, so crucify me upside down. You know. But you know he loved cock at 3:00. So, you know.
What?
Yeah, he said you're gonna deny my name. You're gonna deny me 3 times before the cock goes off at 3:00.
So, Derek H., we're going to talk about the DC event, Absolute Power. You haven't read that by chance, have you?
No, I gave up on DC events when they start coming out every year and meeting and then retcon the month after they finished, and nobody cares about them anymore. Isn't everybody in DC a vampire now? I remember that event.
Yeah. Like the beauty of DC is now you can just literally just read the event and have a good time.
They were all animals in the last event.
Yeah.
Weren't they all dinosaurs or something? Didn't Flash run back? How many times did Flash have to run backwards to undo shit in the DC universe? Like every time they mess up, they get to the end of the event, realize they were selling like 15 less comics than before, and said, "Oh, somebody get Flash to run backwards so we can undo all this stuff, this dumb stuff we wrote." And that's what happens.
Well, Derek, thank you for calling in, man. We're going to tell you how this one's a little different.
Excuse me. Okay, I was gonna hang out for Absolute Power.
Oh, you can hang out. Yeah, you can hang out. We just, you know,
absolutely.
We just need to get to this before Jay goes to bed. He turns into a pumpkin at like 8:30.
I think Jay turns into an artichoke.
Dude, I love artichokes.
See? Look, all right. Absolute Power. It's the latest event from DC Comics. It right now, issue 0 and issue 1 is out.
And the Green Arrow tie-in.
I mean, but that's not. I mean, it's a tie-in. That's not the.
And Larry fucked up in explaining it to me. He's like, "Hey, you might need to read issue 0. That's the And I'm like, I'm looking for issue 0. There's issue 0 doesn't exist. There's Absolute Power Ground Zero, and that's what he said I should have read. But
yeah, it's Ground Zero, Green Lantern. Green Arrow number 13, and then Absolute Power number 1.
Isn't issue 0 the one you're supposed to be able to not read and still understand everything? Usually.
Well, luckily I didn't read it and still read issue 1, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. Let's go ahead.
DC never does that though. Like DC events, like I'm surprised that this tie-in wasn't like something that was must-read stuff, But
did you read the tie-in?
I did not.
Okay.
Did you read it, Jay?
Yeah, I did.
Is it must-read, Jay?
No, it's just supplementary. Like you basically get to see the Ollie's turn.
Yeah.
Like when like in the book, he's already working for Waller. In the tie-in, you see him like officially leave his family and be like, "Yeah, I'm working for Waller now."
I feel like that's a must read.
I mean, I will say that just
it's a tie-in. It's supplemental material. Good supplemental material, in my opinion.
Like in this, for me, it's like watching him in this issue 1 do the things he's doing. Like that's the one I should have read, like beforehand, because it's like he's acting different than what I like or what I'm used to for him, And I'm like, what the fuck, So I have to go back and read that.
Yeah, he's palling around with Peacemaker.
Yeah,
So
and that's like very weird to me.
wait, real quick, Oz, give us a quick rundown of what absolute power is.
It is a story where superheroes' powers are taken away, and so Batman has to fix everything. Batman and
The
Nightwing.
end. Look,
Yeah, but I
Batman.
didn't. I read part of the first issue, and then I realized I hadn't read Ground Zero, and then I saw the name Failsafe, and like 3 or 4 books behind in the Batman series. Or
Let's
that
say that again.
Failsafe. As soon as I read, his involvement, I'm behind on the Batman comics, and that's where Failsafe is from.
Right. And so you stopped reading because you didn't want to spoil yourself on Batman.
So I kind of wanted to see how we get to that point because, I mean, where I'm at, Failsafe is just messing up Bruce Wayne like nonstop.
Right.
So yeah, I wanted to catch up, but I kind of went through it. I mean, I have an idea what's going on with the Amazos and all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just it's a little weird that, like, I think the first 2 pages, 3 pages, Superman gets shot out of the air.
Mm-hmm.
And like, how is he flying if he doesn't have his powers? But I guess he could have like a little bit left at that point.
Or shit got activated like in that moment.
Yeah,
because it was very like the way it was written, the way it was executed was like, okay, it's just business as normal, and then it's not.
Yeah, it's not like he felt
that,
weird or anything. He was just standing there and like,
yeah,
whatever.
So, and that, like, to me, that was like fucking Mark Waid, motherfucker, man. Like that's he needs to be writing these fucking movies, you know? Like that's some like Mark Waid shit. Like, it's so good.
That
like that those 3 pages.
Superman doesn't really have powers though. His quote powers are just from his Krypton physiology. And
yeah, but Amazo knows how to fuck with it, especially this new level of Amazo that's like bonded with like Brainiac and shit too. So you got to read it, yeah.
But you can't say he doesn't have powers though, because if that was the case, then Kryptonite like wouldn't do anything to him either.
Yeah,
right?
But...
No, I'm agreeing with you, Moses. I'm saying.
Yeah. I just don't want it to take too long because we got to get through the show.
I don't believe in Kryptonite.
Yeah, cool. I don't believe in God. So what? So yeah, moving forward. The way this comic book just started off like that, I was hooked. I mean, like, and when you talk about like when Derek talked about how he doesn't like they have an event every year. It's like lately all I've been reading has been events, and I've been enjoying them since like Night Terror.
It's literally been from one event to the next.
Yeah,
and there might be like a book in between.
In an age where people are like, man, Deadpool and Wolverine's gonna save Marvel. It's like Marvel don't need saving. They just don't know what to do. You know, like these comics are doing events and events and events. Like they're keeping me coming back. You know, and it's just it's a weird way to do business, but they're doing it and it's working for me.
For DC events.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Like the way they're doing, like they did Night Terror, they did the Animal one, this one, and it's like it's just I've been jumping from event to event, and I'm like, this reminds me of Marvel in 2005. Yeah.
That's interesting.
So
yeah, because
you know, and Marvel couldn't keep it up. They had to go to heroic age, you know, but I feel like DC started with that heroic age with that new New Nation, some bullshit they did.
New Beginning?
No, after that.
You mean like recently, or you mean like a while ago?
No. It's about 4 years ago or something. But yeah. But like it was a 5G thing.
Talking about.
Like they started doing the 5G, but then they scrapped it. So then they started doing like this like
Down
1 year
DC.
later. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, yeah.
But yeah, like, what they're doing right now, I'm enjoying it, and like this book has great art. Like I love the art. Like that scene where he's about to get shot is like Alex Ross, and I know that's Mark Waid saying, "Hey, just make him look like this real quick because he's about to get shot." So he's like, it's super like it could be an Alex Ross panel when he's just like the camera, like it's a shot from below, and he's just taking these two low level dudes, and it's like, oh, that's gonna just business as usual, but boom, he gets shot, and he's like, Even's like, what the fuck? Because he got the bullet pierced the skin, like so.
Right.
And
Right.
just
He looks
seeing
at
him
his own
falling,
blood.
that picture of him falling, like I want to commission like Alex Ross to do that.
Yeah, that
because he's
that
never
full
he's
page,
never painted that,
What'd you
that
say,
is
Oz?
true. I was just agreeing with Mo that that got my attention the most. That full page of him just falling, like what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
And to me, like those first 3 pages is how you start a fucking event, like especially like an event like Absolute Power. Take the big man out right off the bat in the first 3 pages, and then with that I'm hooked. I don't care how it's doing, whatever they explain, I'm gonna take.
Mm-hmm.
I believe not. Hex says it's soup style. I believe not, but it is it is a little weird because now you got Amazos and Brainiacs and all sorts of shit going. Yeah.
So Mo did mention the book's written by Mark Waid. The art is Dan Mora is the artist, and the colorist is Alejandro Sanchez. So and yeah, I mean
they're working in symphony together.
Yeah, like it is a well executed book. I agree. Where it's like it's the art is amazing, the storytelling is really good. What I can also say, which I don't know who, I don't know if it's like the editorial staff that gets the props for this or whatever, but I feel like Amanda Waller has like really legit been in the background of just like every DC book that I've read in the past, like I want to say like maybe 6 months to a year. Like, and I'm like, I've read like
they have a black woman on contract to do TV shows and stuff, so that's why she's showing up everywhere all of a sudden.
Really? But they're doing it right. Like, and
right.
that's the thing. Yeah.
Oh, there's the
there
shot.
You go.
Yeah, no, it's like the expression on his face is amazing.
That's like Passion of the Christ to me.
But like what I like about that is that like I wasn't reading like necessarily any one DC book regularly, but I was popping around here and there just like taking stuff in, and Amanda Waller was like connected in the background. And so when you get to Absolute Power, that made me feel like, oh, okay, like Amanda Waller is like putting her plan into motion right now, like really making her play. And it felt like very natural because that had been happening in other books all this time. And I was like, wow, like again, because Mark Waid, as far as I know, like I don't think I read any of those books I was reading was written by Mark Waid. And so I was just like, oh wow, like this is like working really well. Like it just feels good, which is something that I don't know that I've said about a DC event book in a long time, where I'm just like, yeah.
So how many books do you need to read to enjoy this?
4.
Oh, you mean because it's 4 issues?
It's 4 issues. I didn't read the like I said, I wanted to read the Green Arrow one. I didn't get to. I looked through Ground Zero. Great art in Ground Zero. Like again, it's another really well made book that I'm surprised was a free one because they put it looks like there's a lot of work in there. But all I read was issue 1, and I was in. Like I want 2, 3, and 4 to come out in the next week so I can like enjoy all of this.
I don't think that you need to read any other books outside of the Absolute Power books, Derek. Like I could be wrong about that in regard, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying
you
have
I to read Green Arrow. You just said
no.
I didn't say that.
I said that for me just because I'm a Green Arrow fan, and he's acting different than what I would normally. Like he's part of the task force, and it's like I wouldn't see him as that. I need to see how he did it. But if somebody's not a fan of his and doesn't know that he's like not that dude, like they wouldn't care and they would still enjoy this book as much as I did.
Yeah,
Okay,
like I would say like in my experience, like I'll just say it like this, Derek. Like all I read was Absolute Power Ground Zero, and I read Absolute Power #1, and I feel 100% like I everything I need to know, I know.
and
Now,
now you have to
what?
go read a bunch of Batman books too.
Well, I mean, I
Yeah.
did like I know that like for instance, Oz basically was like failsafe is from the Batman books, and like that's something that's was happening in the latter issues of this Batman run.
Yeah,
I didn't read.
it's not that I have to go back and read it because of Absolute Power. It's I have the book sitting there
Right.
and I want to catch up.
You just
But
want to
either
be
way,
complete. But
you don't
what I
feel
will say,
like the story suffered because you hadn't read those books yet.
right, and that's the point I'm trying to make is that like everything that I need to know about Batman and Failsafe's relationship, I got from Absolute Power Ground Zero and Absolute Power #1. Like I
Jay,
don't feel lost. And that was the first time I had seen Failsafe and the first time I had seen the Brainiac character. So, but I still was like everything I need to know I got between Ground Zero and #1. So,
Jay, I know you read the Green Arrow one. Did you read
Mhm.
Ground Zero too?
Yeah, I read them
Yeah.
Ground Zero, then Green Arrow, then Absolute Power 1.
How'd you feel reading Absolute Power #1, doing all those steps all at
It felt good, like natural, like you know, uh, Ground Zero is kind of like a bunch of prologue kind of stuff, but then it introduces the Brainiac girl. I don't remember her name.
I think it's Brainiac Queen or something like that.
Something like that.
Yes, Queen.
And then the Green Arrow, reading that after, where it's just Green Arrow and the Arrow family kind of just going through their day until it was like they go through their day and they have like a little adventure and they find out Ollie is just like, no, I don't want to, like, I'm not Green Arrow anymore. You guys can have it. I'm with Waller now. And it's like, man, that's like like it's all interesting, and then it all kind of comes together in Absolute Power #1, where you have what's going on. Like I know it's to do with like the Brainiac Queen is gonna mess shit up, and when Wally comes on the red frequency, I'm like, oh yeah, I knew that was coming because I already knew he was like turned on them.
But Audi is anti-establishment, though. That doesn't make sense. Why would he be with Waller?
Because
That's why you have to read.
The tie-in.
That's why you have to read that issue of Green Arrow.
Well, no, he basically says it in the Absolute Power.
In
He's
#1,
like,
yeah, he does.
you guys have like, you've been looking down on humans for too long, like, and I've been warning you about that.
Like the Question joining up with Waller all of a sudden.
I think it'd be a little different from the Question.
A little different, but in this scenario, I can see that working where like Waller kind of makes it like, hey, at this point, what you were worried about is kind of what I'm working against, And you can't really do a good question book nowadays anyway, because it's just QAnon now, Like,
and no, the Question
like
isn't in this. That was
he's
a hypothetical
villain. Like in this day and age, if you make him like he's a villain. Yeah, but you can't do Question now. Like he's a villain. Yeah, in the current climate we live in. Sorry, Hex, he's not in it.
I mean, he's a lot smarter
Jay,
than
I know
like,
you're
those
about to head
QAnon
out.
idiots.
Yeah, but the thing is, he doesn't.
Like he
The
thinks for
reason,
himself.
the questions
He
there
actually
is the
does
reason
his own
QAnon
research.
is now. Right? Yeah, but the reason him existing is why QAnon exists now. You know, like if he never existed, they probably didn't. It's one of those things where it's like you try to do good, but you create. You know, you last long enough to become a villain. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jay.
So
How would you rate
yeah.
this absolute power number one? I know you got to head out and get on your glass slippers and all that. So.
I would give it a 5. Like I'm enjoying it. I love how every time Batman tries to come up with a contingency plan for everyone, it just always blows up in his face. And yeah, like Waller, man, you gotta love her in this. Like she is. I mean, by love I mean hate. Like she's
Right.
like I hate her, but you like love to hate because man, she's just putting the screws to everyone. Like back in Absolute Zero, or I mean in Ground Zero, where she like recruits this time traveler to help like her figure out how to fix. I forgot what he was trying to fix, but she basically sets it up so that when she knew he was going to try to escape, but she set it up so he could only time travel like to 5 days in the past where she was already waiting for him. It's like, man, she's just too much.
Yeah.
Like someone should put a stop to her.
That's what we're trying to do in this absolute power, man. Like,
yeah. So look, do the rest of us want to rate it?
I think it's about that time,
yeah. Go ahead. Oz, what would you rate Absolute Power number 1?
I'm probably gonna go with 5.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Mo said, the way it opens is good, and the art looks great. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 5 for now.
Okay, Moses Magnum, what would you rate Absolute Power number 1?
It's a 5 for me too. Like this is, I think it's probably one, if not Mark Waid's some of his best work. It's definitely one of his best like initial offerings, like kicking off an event or a series. You know, like I loved his Daredevil in San Francisco stuff, and he knows how to handle each character he works in. And with working here, I think he really does really well with DC. And seeing him do this right now, it's like it is. This is what I like about fucking comics, and you'll never see it in a fucking movie. You'll never see it in the MCU. You'll never see it in the DCU. You're gonna see it in fucking comics. They'll never. They'll try to do this shit in the movies and fuck it up because they're not getting the motherfucking Mark Waid to consult on it or do it. You know.
You kind of saw this in Superman 2.
Yeah, but just
Superman
powerless
2,
part.
from the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he got into the chamber and took away his powers.
Nah, that's not the same.
And the guy at the bar beat the shit out of him.
Look, Jay, I was giving you time to get the fuck out of here. You should have gotten the fuck out of here like 2 minutes ago. You know?
I know.
Now, this is what happens. He doesn't turn into a Republican. He starts talking stupid shit. It's like all of a sudden he's the blackout drunk that everybody hates.
Yeah. Listen, yeah. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5 too. Like it's probably the most fun I've had reading a DC event since like probably like Flashpoint, honestly. Like a long time. It's like, like Flashpoint, because Flashpoint was after the Green Lantern event, right?
Yeah, Blackest Night and
After
Brightest
Black,
Day.
yeah, probably since Flashpoint. I was just like, dude, it feels top notch. I can't wait to read issue 2. And I can't even think about the last time I've really felt like that about a DC event book. Like, there's some that I've liked in between those two. Don't get me wrong, but not at the same level.
Not
So
like this.
yeah,
Even
5 out of 5.
even Night Terror.
I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah,
this will
no,
be a CW multi-episode event, so I can't wait for it.
Dude, honestly, I think if at the height of like the early, your Arrow season 5, season 3 of the Flash, they probably could have pulled something similar like this off.
Oh yeah,
because Mark Guggenheim, he's another one of those that he's underrated. Like, but Mark Waid, but I hate saying that because I love the dude, but he's definitely no Mark Waid. But I consider
Very
him
few people
similar
are.
in the way they handle the superheroes, whether they're classic heroes bringing up, like the way that Mark Waid's handling like Brainiac and Amazo, which are super like quirky older villains that he's bringing them into the modern day like that. And Guggenheim kind of did the same with the Justice Society back. He didn't get a lot of praise for it, but he did good work with that. So he was doing the TV shit. I think he probably pulled something off like this. If they work together on a TV project or a movie project, I'm like, fuck, I'll put in my money. I'll be executive producer.
I would definitely say think about giving it a shot, Derek, because it's a pretty good book.
I will head down to my local comic store, my LCS, tomorrow and take a look.
There it is.
Tell them we sent you.
Yep. They're like, who?
Yeah.
Who?
You're not gonna get a discount or anything with their link. You get a weird look.
Too funny. All right, so we got one more book to talk about. Heavy.
Hardstyle Juice.
Hardstyle. Look, I don't know where I got heavy from. Hardstyle Juice. Which
I blame Heck.
Right. Like I feel bad because I feel like we should have probably let Heck know we were going to talk about this book so he could have.
He brought it up and he's like, I'm not going to review it or nothing, but you should check it out. And it's part of a Mo deal in a weird way too, because if you do have EBT, you can get this book for free for just, because you get Prime for like $5 if you got EBT. So, so the benefit of getting this book through your EBT is even cheaper than if you pay like the yearly Prime price.
If you have EBT, you can get Prime for $5?
Yeah, that's how I got it.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah. Look.
It says, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So
I think I gave him that tip. He could use his EBT card to get get the Prime like that. But he told me, like, when he talked about this book, he said, he's like, he said, nah, Prime is still, it's Prime for $7, but still. Okay.
Yeah, look.
But you do get the Comixology originals free on your Kindle app, which is like, that's one of the things I got pissed, and I'm glad I canceled my Comixology too, because otherwise they'd still be billing that shit. But it would have turned in. But yeah, because now I get all Comixology. I was afraid I lost Comixology Unlimited, but I still have it technically.
Good.
Wait, I have Comixology Unlimited with Prime?
Yeah, so in your Kindle app, any comics original or you can still get those. So you don't get the unlimited like with the other stuff, but all the originals you can get for sure. I don't know if you can get the other stuff, like the other publisher stuff that you would with Comixology Unlimited, but if you can, that's fucking tight too, So, but you definitely get the originals. Comixology originals you get for free on your Prime app, on your Kindle app.
And that's what Hardstyle Juice is, Comixology original. So this is a pro wrestling crime drama in comic book form. So it basically follows this family that are all tied up in the wrestling business, the Castros, and so
Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, Dusty Rhodes, Dustin Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
Dustin Rhodes' ex-wife. Yeah.
Terry Reynolds.
Yeah, Terry Reynolds. Yeah.
So wait, but are you saying the Castros are the Rhodes family?
Analog, yeah, and analog for the Rhodes family, sure.
Got you. Okay. Interesting.
Look, read it, Derek. Read it. Read it first, because
I want to check it out on Comixology.
Yeah. So, yeah, but it's basically a book that, I mean, it's steeped deep into like the pro wrestling, like what's the right, like all the like the business side of it in regards to like the terms of
the behind the
art,
scenes, yeah.
but behind the scenes, like it definitely, like, you know, if you're a wrestling fan that likes that side of that business, like
All
this
the
might
all
be
the Vince McMahon type stuff going on.
Yeah, there's definitely like some of that. Allegedly.
No scat, but yeah.
Wait, you said no scat? Is that what you said?
Yeah. No
Oh,
shitting on
Jesus.
the chick's chest, but yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. But
oh my God. I gotta isolate you saying that. I like how you say
that. And I know for myself, like, you know, I'm not like, you know, I'm not a current day wrestling fan. Even though, you know,
wrestling is awesome.
I mean,
you got to watch WWE, AEW, ROH, Impact. Come on, man, Stardom.
Listen, I'm not saying it's not good right now. I'm just saying that it's not what I'm doing. So
he doesn't have the time. He's idly playing God of War 5.
Exactly. Look, 4 actually. Yeah. Right.
And
right.
5 by that.
I guess
since it's idle.
Right. But and like some of my friends have recently gotten like really back into wrestling and been telling me about some of the things that have been going on. I did watch WrestleMania. Well, I shouldn't say that. I didn't watch all of WrestleMania. I'm not like that. That's a lie. I watched
all 2 days of it.
Right, exactly. No, I did not watch. I didn't watch even 2.
There's a dude that looks like he's my brother. Like,
who's that?
I forgot that dude's name.
Oh, Heck will know.
Solo Sikoa.
No. It was this dude. And it's like my friend. No. Kevin Owens. Like my friend's like, you know, if you just ran like 3 times a week, you could look like that. You'd have that dude's body, and it's like, and when you look at him, he's like, he doesn't. But he's got, you know, he's got muscle mass, and he's a heavier dude, and it's like, yeah, you just like him, you know.
You're right.
He's probably just taller than me, but other than that, yeah. It's like the first Google picture is like he's probably wearing the same shirt I'm wearing.
Yeah, he definitely has your fashion sense.
I want to grow up to be Kevin Owens. No.
Yeah. but yeah, if you're into wrestling, you might be into this book. I know that for myself, I was like, I didn't know what the term hard style juice meant. I know what juicing is, but I didn't know what the hard style or what,
juicing
like
the hard way.
Juicing hard. Yeah, you're juicing the hard way, right? I didn't know what that meant. And so I did look it up, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. You know, which, you know, if I had taken a moment to think about it, I probably could have figured that out. But, you know, I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And like, based on the themes of this book, like the title is apropos. So it's like
it's gone out of favor lately though, because WWE doesn't like it, and most companies don't like it because they don't want blood on TV anymore.
Yeah, I've noticed that. So,
If
but
you go to some local shows, you can still see some juicing though. See a guy slit his own forehead with a razor.
yeah, I know like it was like back in the day, it was something like that's how you knew like matches were on some next level stuff. They usually saved it, I think, for the pay-per-views though, right? Mostly.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta buy that shirt, like the Stone Cold shirt, blood from a stone.
Mm.
That was when when he was bleeding, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
it's so good. I remember
Yeah.
that shirt.
But Mo, what did you think of this book?
Oh, I loved it. Like, and especially coming off of Anime Expo, like the art style is kind of manga-y,
Oh
but it's
yeah.
kind of like Mexican-y, or
Yeah.
Hispanic comic creator-y. So you kind of have like a little bit of a like the manga with like the Humberto Ramos or like Carlos Meglia
Mm-hmm.
flavor, and it even like just the whole backstage politics part of it with the crime, like
Mm-hmm.
and the seediness of it, like because it's
Yeah.
business is seedy. Like I was explaining to a friend that business is you're fucking everybody or you're fucking each other. The business is fucking everybody, fucking the government, trying to keep the government from fucking you. That's all. You're just trying to be in business. You're dodging being fucked, and you're fucking whoever can get fucked. And that's it. The business 101. If I'm gonna teach a class in college, that's it. Like find a way to not get fucked, but fuck everybody that you can, and not even like pleasurably. It's literally just screwing them out of money. You know. But and so like that aspect, like I watched Iron Claw. And Iron Claw was good.
Mm-hmm.
I was a huge like Texas Tornado Kerry Von Erich fan as a little kid. My
Mm-hmm.
brother still has the bedroom championship because he made me submit with the claw. Back in
The bedroom
1989.
championship.
Yeah, which means that nullifies the 1994 living room championship where I made my sister submit to the sharpshooter. So it actually that I forgot about losing that back in '89. So but this shit, like the relationship with the dude and the sister in wrestling, like I said, we had the 1994 living room championship with me and my sister, like them fighting each other, like that brought me back. This, if you like Iron Claw, this fucking comic is better than Iron Claw. Like it's better than like the better movies you see about it. The movie The Wrestler from Darren Aronofsky. This shit's better than that. Like I want Darren Aronofsky to make this. Yeah.
Oz, did you get? Oh, go ahead, Derek. What you say?
I was gonna say that Kevin Von Erich only had 1 foot. That's all.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know that till I saw the movie. That's why he used to spin like that in that weird angle, like the Texas Tornado, because he got 1 foot.
Motorcycles don't ride them.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I'm about to. I'm having, I'm getting old. Might as well. And I'm not a donor, so yeah, you're gonna lose it all. All this you're gonna lose if I die in a motorcycle.
Oz, did you get a chance to check this book out?
Nah.
Oh man, that's fair. That's fair.
He hates Amazon for some reason. Like he doesn't watch anything on Amazon. He doesn't, read anything. Like it's free, and you won't read it.
It's not free. I don't have Prime.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't like Prime.
Yeah.
Prime isn't free.
Prime's not
Prime
free.
is like $80 a year.
With EBT is $7 a month.
I can't get
So-
EBT.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah, the art style definitely has like strong kind of like manga kind of influence. It definitely has like the it almost has like a little bit of a almost like a like street art, like graffiti-ish kind of thing quality to it too. That's pretty awesome. I think one thing that it captures really well is the motion, which is, I think really important when you're talking about like comic representations of wrestling matches. Like you need the stuff that's happening in the ring to look like it's like
Yeah.
moving, especially when you talk about like suplexes and like,
Yeah.
clotheslines and all that kind of stuff, her hurricanranas and all that. So
Mhm.
it's like, I think that the artist, which the artist is no, it's a young lady. I feel bad. Is Jasmine? Is it Jasmine? Hold on. Yes,
I think she
Jasmine.
went too far. I'm looking at it now. It looks like it's 100% straight up anime style. It looks like everything's
It
on
kind of
fire.
reminds me of like Ultimate Muscle a little bit in a sense. Just how
I can see
kinetic
that.
that was, it's just a little cleaner with Ultimate Muscle, uh, but definitely like, yeah, I like the style. Like, I can see the manga influence that Derek says, and I can see like the stuff that I'm more used to enjoying, like the Humberto Ramos Hispanic, Mexican, Argentinian comic art.
Hmm. I mean, it's definitely stylized, so I can definitely see like Derek, if you're saying like, hey, like it would have been better for me if it was toned down. I could see that, but at the same time, I like it too. I think it fits like the tone, and I think they do a good job with the motion. It almost has like a McFarlane kind of influence too, like
Mhm.
that over exaggeration of features and things like that. So yeah, but did you find it tough to keep up with any of the wrestling jargon, Mo?
No, I can kind of like put two and two together for a lot
Mm.
of it, but and I know some of it, but I was more like the story just goes the way it goes, and the jargon doesn't really like it's just jargon. It's like reading a fantasy book when they're talking about something that's like grass, but they don't call it grass. Like
Right,
what I mean.
right.
So it's like I get okay, that's what that is. Like so. I it really like I was more interested in the plot. The plot really just took me away with it. So the jargon didn't really affect me as it can in other books where I've had those issues.
Mhm.
I really liked this book in the sense that like these wrestling books, like we did do a power bomb a few
Right.
months back too, and it's like again the stylized art and it's like these wrestling comics are coming out pretty good, like almost
Mhm.
better than watching wrestling itself. Yeah.
Wrestling is just one big comic book, though. Like you
Yeah,
watch
yeah, but
wrestling, you
these
watch
like
comic book.
adding this crime drama to it in Hardstyle Juice, and then the story that takes place in Do a Powerbomb, like it adds a second layer or third layer of drama because you have in wrestling you have the drama that they say, the drama that's happening behind the stage, behind the scenes, and then what it really is, and then in these comics it's like you get the fantasy and the layers too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely can see where you're coming from with that. Um, so should we go ahead and rate this book?
Yeah.
Okay. Moses Magnus. What
It's a
would you
5 out of 5
rate
for me, dude.
for
It's a 5 out of
there it is.
5. The price is right. I have Prime, so I get it included. Like,
Right.
I oddly enough, I would want to get a print copy of this. Like, if they do the trade
Mhm.
paperback or something, like I would want this
Right.
in a physical copy. Like, I want to be able to hand it to somebody. Like, Oz that doesn't have Prime and have, hey man, check this out, and like it. Yeah.
I hear that. Like, I do think that this is the kind of book that would actually like an oversized edition of it would be pretty cool
Oh
too.
yeah, like the black
Like,
label prestige format, kind of
yeah, like
like.
that prestige format. Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. It would be cool. Um, but no, it's a good book. Um, look, I'm struggling with my rating here because there's a part of me that like wants to give it a 5 out of 5, but and but there's something holding me back from it, but I can't tell you what it is.
Yeah.
So
Maybe Heck can tell you what it is. Heck
maybe
says 4 out of 5. Considering it's Latin made, not a lot of lucha libre. It's very American indie company, and
well,
I can see where he's coming from it. That's not the knock off a point for me, but I can see that like I did have that where it's like there are Latin characters and Latin wrestlers. Like I want to see them be more of that, or I'm used to seeing them be more of that. But I think we're breaking barriers here. You know, whether Trump likes it or not, we're here. And we'll do wrestling like American wrestling in American comics.
I misspoke earlier. The artist is Ortiz, Ricardo Lopez Ortiz.
Okay.
The author is Clay McCormick.
Okay.
And so I'm just like, I feel where Heck's coming from, but I'm like, look, Clay McCormick, I don't know, like, look, maybe Clay don't know about Lucha Libre in a real way.
That's traditional indigenous name. What are you talking about?
There it is. Hey, there it is. Clay's Jewish. My bad. No. There it is. So, but yeah, it like honestly, like you know what? I'm just gonna give it a 4.75. I know that's not a usual thing. There's something holding me back from giving it a 5. I can't put my finger on it. I can't tell you what it is, but it's a good time. Like I would easily recommend the book to somebody whether they're a wrestling fan or not. But if you're a wrestling fan, I would definitely say give it a shot. Yeah. So like the story, the crime portion is interesting.
Yeah, and that's what Hex is alluding to here. I'll keep reading it till I want to see where it goes, and that's really the hook. Like the wrestling stuff looks cool, and even the backstage politics stuff is cool, but the crime drama aspect of it is really the hook here.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there it is. Okay. Anything else before we get out of here, gents? Okay, well, shoot, let's do it. Let's do this.
Why are the Jedi creepy creepers and the acolyte?
Why Chappelle exposed them back in the day?
You said Chappelle exposed the Jedi?
Yeah. Remember they did the whole like priest molester thing, but with the Jedi Council in one.
Oh, one of the sketches?
Yeah.
Damn, I don't remember that sketch. I gotta go back and find it.
It's like Yoda was like, he gave coke to Mace Windu, and he's like, "Party down, do you?" And then he starts playing with his nipples after he does a line of coke.
That sounds right. You know what, Derek? I mean, I don't think the Jedi in general are creepers in that show, in the Acolyte. I think it's just those 4.
Okay.
And yeah,
Soul is really
something
into these little black girls. Like he is really, really into these little black girls. And they're like, I was like, come on, man, let him live. He's like, I gotta have this one. This little OSHA girl, she did something to me.
Wait, I mean, they're adults, right? Now?
No. Now they're like 21. And when in this episode they're like 9 or something, and he wants to hit that. It's scary. Geez. I don't like it. I don't
know, Derek. I feel like you might be reading into that.
He was flying off on a speaker bike, chasing after her. He's looking at. He's climbing up walls, looking at her through a window and stuff. It's not good. He kills her mom. It's like it's a straight up. It's the highway patrol. It's like the California LAPD. It might as well be LAPD in this episode.
Okay.
Accidentally killing black people. Quote accidentally killing black people. And then, I guess I gotta take your daughter now. Because this little black girl gotta go with me.
So So Derek, do you is that your final thought, or do you want to say something different?
My final thought is to go visit your local comic book shop, say hi to them, buy a comic book, and that's it. And read my book, The Chick with Red Hair, still out.
Yeah.
I believe it's still out. So go do that. That's my final thought. Don't be a creeper.
Good-
Don't
good job.
read dirty stuff.
When are we getting that sequel, Derek?
Actually, I was writing on it a little bit earlier this week, so it'll be out soon enough.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, man, if you need any help editing, let me know.
I don't trust you.
Hey, man, look, like I said, if you need help, let me know. That's all I'm saying.
I'm looking forward to Deadpool versus Wolverine.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah. Are you actually going to theaters to watch that, Derek?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
What's that
Oscar.
mean?
Final thoughts, Oz.
We should place bets on who finishes the next book first, Derek H. or George R.R. Martin.
I put my money on Derek H.
Project 2025 mentions you specifically, Oz, saying they're gonna kick you out of the country. So
I don't know what you're
Close
talking
magnum.
about. I'm here legally.
Yeah, but he's trying to get rid of the 14th Amendment.
your entire family is here.
Yeah, Oscar's the anchor baby.
No, my grandma and my mom are citizens too.
But they weren't born here.
No, but they naturalized.
Right, but he's trying to get rid of that. Like,
Yeah, but then that would be like anyone upcoming. You don't like we're grandfathered in.
No, but you're the anchor baby. You were born before they got naturalized.
They were
like
already.
they got naturalized because you were born.
Nah, I don't think that's how that works. Right?
That's yeah.
That's not why they got naturalized.
No, but you were born before they were citizens.
Yeah, my grandma.
Yeah, so you're the anchor baby.
Whatever.
Let's face it, man. We're gonna be chilling in Cancun. Like,
whatever. We're going down the road you don't want me to go to. So
You got scared of Oz right now. You can see his eyes. Look at him.
Close magnum. Final thoughts.
Hey, we're all fucked. So, yeah, that's it. Just hit like on all our shit, and maybe they could transfer it to pesos when I'm out of here.
So for the entire Fantastic Forum, thank you all so much for hanging out. We appreciate you. We will be back next week. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. We're the Fantastic Forum. Good night.